Above all, from $80, 5 lakhs, I'm sorry, $800 company to $5.5 billion company needs an applause, huh? Uh, and as Momit also mentioned, one thing about Hemant as you're seeing him here today, the business that he is handling is one that gets generally maximum interference from every kind of political entity. But you see, he has a sage-like attitude towards that, very balanced and approaching everything. We have seen him through many things in the last couple of years, and even when very threatening situations came to his life, we saw him going through even those situations with least amount of disturbance, unperturbed. So, one important aspect, if you can share, I know there are various structures within the family aspects and variety of things, but still it's an individual person. What is that one thing or what is those three things that you're doing on a daily basis which keeps you balanced in super challenging situations on a daily basis?
No, Sadhguru, what I have learned from you and from many other gurus, and also because of the tradition and the training which I have had from my grandfather, my parents, and that, always be in a very calm situation. So, and it is always when the introspection and contemplation which is being done on a daily basis. So, I try to spend about a couple of hours with myself every day, and right from my yoga to my exercise and till about 5:30 to 8, and that is the most peaceful time when I'm able to recollect, when I'm able to, if there are a lot of problems which are also happening, there is a tranquility which I have been able to develop over a period of time through practice. And also, because in life I have faced 4 times that I've been dead and I've come out of death. So therefore, I can understand that a person can just die any second. So therefore, that is also, and I think that this is an experience which I feel that I'm very privileged, that I have gone through 4 times death-like experiences where I've come out of death. So therefore, that has also helped me to a very large extent. And I feel that I'm very fortunate to have that experience, because that experience is really a wonderful experience, because it makes you think, it makes you calm, it makes a person be prepared for anything in life.
This is something we've been constantly doing with people, that if you're conscious of your mortality, you will be very fantastic human being. Someone else expressed it in a different way, because you're also doing business in Russia and I happen to be there and recently. Guruji said, if you implant a new organ in every human being, which will remind them for a minute or two every day that you actually can die today. It's possible that you could die today. It gives you a near-death experience for a minute every day. The entire population will get enlightened. And coming to the business aspect of it, it's incredible the growth that you have achieved in this sector, and not just one sector, especially this Sahaj could be transformational for the nation in many different ways if it takes root as you intend. In this effort, what I see is probably in the next 15–20 years, India is going to do 10 times more infrastructure than what we have done in the last 50 years. That's where we are heading. So in this process, I'm sure large companies like yours will grow. But right now, foundations have been laid through demonetization, GST and various other laws which have come in, which lot of small businesses are suffering. In a way, inevitably it will lead to more organized sector and less disorganized sector, which is a natural movement for a developing economy, it has to do it. But in India particularly, because the disorganized or the small sector is so large and involves such a large population and many enterprises, many of them are here today, what will be their role? What do you see as their role in the next 10, 15, 25 years? Do they have to seek employment? Or will we hybridize smaller companies to operate under the larger companies? What will be the real solution for the small enterprise, which inevitably has to be at least partially annihilated if we want to become a developed economy, which is a very painful process?
I think that basically what I feel personally is that, because our country has such a huge opportunity and there are so many entrepreneurs everywhere, so if the government is in a position
Not
to
so many,
create…
too many. Because in 1992, only 3% of India's population was actually employed. Rest were all entrepreneurs, self-employed. From agriculture to everything, they may be just selling 5 kilograms of tomato per day, but still he's an entrepreneur. So there is that thing, this is not necessarily because of our entrepreneurial skills, this is survival, because there was no other way. So what is going to happen and how will we integrate these people into the larger mechanism that is, that we are aspiring to build?
I think that basically, according to me, what I've seen in many other countries also, especially Germany, if you take the example, that if the government is in a position to create a very simplistic format for the small and medium enterprises to flourish and not have so much of, there's so many clearances, so many government interventions which are required, if those are streamlined, made it simple, then more people will come in. And the smaller entrepreneurs, for them, the best way is to partner with the larger ones and become a part of that ecosystem.
And is there room for that? That's
yes,
what
there's a huge room for that, because as we are working, we have got these 75,000 centers which are there. So all these people are 50-50 partners with us. We decided on day one that we will not keep 51%, and we debated it. We said it's 50-50 because when the person comes in, they should not feel that we are a stronger partner, because as an organization, definitely there will be people, so therefore the person may feel that as a large organization, how do I deal with them? So we give them the same respect as a 50-50 partner. So we created this 50-50 partnership, and today, if we are successful because of them, and they know also that they are successful because of us. So it's an equal partnership model. And this is what can basically flourish. And we've just experimented this. And because it has worked well also with our contractors and construction companies. We have always treated them as partners, and we have worked along with them through their ups and downs. And because of that partnership model, they also do not feel any manner that they are threatened. And for us also, we can grow much faster. Scaling up only has happened because of partnerships. Otherwise, we would not have been able to scale up in the manner that we have done today in every business.
Is there an open-ended invitation in not just your sector, various other sectors, that there is room for smaller businesses to somehow plug into larger businesses and thrive at the same time, contribute to the larger business and to the national economy? Is there such an open…
I think that the realization is dawning on people because they know that they can't do everything. They have to have the flexibility, they have to have a lower cost, which can only come through people who are operating at a smaller level, and then become a part of the ecosystem. And that is where many of the large companies also, even in Europe and all, I see that the large companies have been able to do very well, and especially the auto manufacturers, that they've created a whole ecosystem. So wherever an auto manufacturer goes, the entire ecosystem works along with them. So someone is manufacturing nuts, someone is manufacturing bolts, someone is manufacturing engines, so the whole system works. So similarly here also in our country too, I think that this is one healthy discussion, and what you have suggested is very good, because this is a healthy discussion which should happen.